What is the cheapest way to upgrade your iPhone every 3 years? To find out, I built this massive spreadsheet to compare all of the different options from all of the carriers for between 1 and 5 lines. And yes, you can find this spreadsheet linked in the video description for free to check out. And what's super cool is if you click this button right here and click Group by Lines, you get this super nice view that groups and organizes the spreadsheet by how many lines you have. But you're here because you like videos, so let's dive in. First, why would you want to upgrade your iPhone every 3 years? Great question. The answer is every 3 years is the sweet spot. Taking a look at the annual upgrade costs for trading your phone into Apple and then purchasing a brand new one, you can see that 3 years is the sweet spot, right? So if you upgrade every year, you're spending $550 per year, very expensive. 2 years, it drops down $350 per year, a little bit more reasonable. And then 3 years, $266. And I think this is the sweet spot because if you upgrade every 4 years, you're not saving that much money. It only drops down to $225. And at the 3-year mark, your battery health is probably degraded. So you're thinking about spending some money on getting a new battery. And I think every 3 years, there's a pretty significant upgrade between the iPhone you have now and the new one that Apple just released. So I think upgrading your phone every 3 years is a very good sweet spot in terms of getting a new phone. But what is the best option for upgrading your iPhone every 3 years? There are 4 big options. You can do a carrier trade-in deal. You can do a carrier trade-in deal through Apple. You can do the Apple iPhone upgrade program, or you can buy the phone from Apple and then sell it yourself. We're going to crush through these and then get into the excellent comparison, which I'm super excited about. First is doing a carrier trade-in deal. And when the new iPhone comes out, pretty much all of the carriers offer $1,000 off the new Pro Max model iPhone when you trade in your old phone. Now, this isn't instant upfront credit. Instead, the $1,000 is financed over 24 or 36 months. The good news for you is because you are upgrading every 3 years, you would get the full $1,000 of trade-in credit. Now, there are some caveats to this. The amount of credit you get typically depends on which cell phone plan you have. So the carriers offer 3 tiers of cell phone plans. If you're in the top tier plan, you're typically getting $1,000 off. That's going to be any AT&T plan, Boost Mobile's Infinite Access for iPhone plan, T-Mobile Go 5G Next, and Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. The second tier down is going to be the mid-tier plans. You're getting around $730 to $830 off typically in this bracket. That's going to be T-Mobile Go 5G Plus and Verizon Unlimited Plus. One important thing to note is sometimes the carriers will make it so that these mid-tier plans are eligible for the full $1,000 of promotional credit. It just depends on the time of year, what the carriers are feeling, and how aggressive they want their promotions to be. Finally, you have the third tier plans. These are the entry-level plans, T-Mobile Go 5G and Verizon Unlimited Welcome. Typically, you're looking at around $300 to $400 off the new iPhone with a trade-in. And the reason this is important is you get the higher trade-in credit with the more expensive plans, but the cost of the cell phone plans is more expensive, so you'd spend more on that. And the question becomes, all right, what is the best option if you're trying to optimize trade-in credit with the cost of the cell phone plan? So doing all the math out here for a single line, and you can see Boost Mobile's Infinite Access for iPhone plan is the most affordable. In second place, we have AT&T Unlimited Starter SL. This is AT&T's most affordable plan and is eligible for AT&T's best trade-in deals, which makes it an excellent option. And then for Verizon, you can see Verizon Unlimited Plus, the mid-tier plan, actually ends up being cheaper than Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, the premium plan. And that's because even though you get less trade-in credit on Unlimited Plus, the actual cost of the cell phone plan is also lower, so the net cost ends up being a little bit cheaper. And similar thing on T-Mobile. Surprisingly, T-Mobile's entry-level Go 5G plan is their most affordable option for a single line, and then you have Go 5G Plus and Go 5G Next. That is doing a carrier trade-in deal. Next, we have doing a carrier trade-in deal through Apple. And these are pretty much the same deals that you get from the carriers directly. You just process the trade-in through Apple instead of doing it through the carrier. And you can see Apple's carrier deals right on their website. One important thing to note is sometimes these deals are different than what the carriers are offering directly. One key example is T-Mobile. When I started creating this video, T-Mobile was only offering $800 off through Apple. But today, if you go to Apple's website, you can see T-Mobile save $1,000 after trade-in. So the promotions that the carriers offer through Apple can and sometimes will be different than the promotions they offer directly. Now that said, there are 5 key benefits for doing your trade-in through Apple as opposed to the carriers. Number 1 is the iPhone comes unlocked out of the box. This is true for the T-Mobile and the Verizon model iPhones. The AT&T iPhone is locked to AT&T, and the Boost Mobile iPhone is locked to Boost Mobile, but only for 60 days. After 60 days, it will be automatically unlocked. Reason number 2 is it is cheaper to buy out your phone. Basically, when you do a trade-in deal through Apple, Apple gives you instant upfront credit for the value of your old device, and then issues the remainder of your credit over the 24 or 36 months. And all that means for you is if you wanted to leave your contract or switch carriers or upgrade your phone early, you would owe less on the phone when you go to do that. Reason number 3, there is no restocking fee if you buy through Apple. You can return your phone hassle-free. If you try and return through the carriers, there's typically around a $30 to $50 restocking fee, sometimes more. Number 4 is you get higher resale value for having an unlocked iPhone. That's only if you really want to sell it yourself. And then number 5, it is $30 cheaper for the base and plus model iPhones to buy them directly through Apple as opposed to the carriers directly. Looking at the total costs of doing the trade-in deals through Apple versus the carriers directly, and you can see the prices are super similar. A couple notes I do have here is if you go with Go 5G Plus through T-Mobile, you get $830 off, whereas if you go with Apple, it was $800 off at the time of recording. And with Verizon Unlimited Plus, similar story, you would get $830 off by going with Verizon directly, and by going through Apple, you would only get $730. And again, those can change at any time. Typically, the carrier deals through Apple are very similar, if not the same, as what the carriers offer directly, but something to keep in mind. Okay, next, we have the Apple iPhone upgrade program. This is super simple. I have a tab open right here. The way the Apple iPhone upgrade program works is you pick whichever model iPhone you want, let's say the iPhone 16 Pro Max in 256 gigabytes, and the full cost of the iPhone and Apple Care Plus coverage is financed over 24 months. Now, because you're upgrading every 3 years for this video, your phone would effectively be paid off after 2 years, and you would have 1 year where you're not paying anything for the phone. You would just own it outright. One more important thing to note with the Apple iPhone upgrade program is you can only use this program with plans from AT&T, from Boost Mobile, from T-Mobile, or from Verizon. So for this video, I'm using Boost Mobile's $25 unlimited plan, which is the most affordable option, and I'm using AT&T's Unlimited Starter SL plan. And if we take a look at how these plans stack in with the rest of the competition, you can see Boost Mobile's $25 unlimited plan ends up being the most affordable option, and well, the AT&T plan is your most expensive option. This brings us to option number 4, buying from Apple and selling the iPhone yourself. And it turns out this is the most affordable option. How does this work? Well, you would pay full price, $1,199, for your new Pro Max model iPhone from Apple directly. Then you would sell your old iPhone on a site such as Swappa, and currently you would get about $455 after all taxes, fees, and shipping for an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Or if you wanted a more convenient option, you could do the trade-in through Apple and you would get $400 for your iPhone 13 Pro Max. Next, because you own your phone outright and it's unlocked, which means it isn't tied to any carrier or contract, you're free to use the phone on any cell phone plan you choose. And this is where the real savings are. So you could pick any $25 unlimited plan, such as US Mobile Unlimited Starter, Cricket Unlimited for 12 months, Metro by T-Mobile for new customers, or Visible Base. These plans give you unlimited data at some of the best prices in the industry. If you were a lighter user, you could consider US Mobile's 5 gig plan, which is just $15 per month. This would save you a whole lot of money. Or if you wanted something more premium, you could consider US Mobile Unlimited Premium. This is $44 per month, but it is packed with features, such as 100 gigs of high-speed priority data on the Verizon network, 50 gigabytes of hotspot data, and great international features included. US Mobile's plan includes about 90% of the features as Verizon's Unlimited Ultimate plan for under half the price. Going with US Mobile would save you $552 per year alone. So that is why buying your new iPhone unlocked from Apple and either selling your old iPhone yourself or trading it into Apple and picking an affordable cell phone plan can save you so much money in the long run. For this video, we're looking at 4 examples. I'm going to use the $25 US Mobile Unlimited Starter Plan and the $44 US Mobile Unlimited Premium Plan, both looking at trading in to Apple and selling on Swappa. When you take a look at how these options stack up, they are super affordable. You can see going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter and either selling your old phone on Swappa or trading it into Apple are the 2 most affordable options. And considering US Mobile's $44 unlimited premium plan is also super affordable. If you want to finance your phone, it may not be a bad option to consider Boost Mobile's Infinite Access for iPhone plan or maybe AT&T Unlimited Starter SL, but you are paying substantially more than just by going with a more affordable cell phone plan. For 2 lines, not much changes. Your 2 best options continue to be selling your old iPhone on Swappa or trading it into Apple and going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Now, things get interesting when we get to 3 lines. Here, everything switches around. Suddenly, AT&T jumps up and becomes the 3rd most affordable option, costing just $672.42 per year to upgrade to the newest iPhone every 3 years. Then, in 4th and 5th place, we have T-Mobile's plans. You have T-Mobile Go 5G Plus, again, either going directly through T-Mobile or going through Apple. And then you have Swappa, and then T-Mobile Go 5G Next. The reason T-Mobile's plans are so good here is T-Mobile offers their 3rd line free promotion, which really brings down the cost per line on their cell phone plans. One other thing worth mentioning is even though going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter is your most affordable option here, it's worth noting that for T-Mobile's plans, the Go 5G Plus plan is an excellent plan. It comes packed with features such as unlimited priority data, 50 gigabytes of hotspot data, excellent free international roaming, and extra perks such as a free Netflix subscription, Apple TV Plus, and even a 1-year free AAA membership. So it's worth keeping that in mind. Even though US Mobile will be technically cheaper, if you get a lot of value from either the plan features or the extra perks, that could be worth considering as well. For 4 lines, the plans shuffle around again. This time, AT&T Unlimited Starter SL is the 2nd most affordable option. If you've got a family, I would definitely consider going with AT&T. T-Mobile's plans also continue to be excellent values here as well. And surprisingly, if you want coverage on the Verizon network, going with Verizon Unlimited Plus may not be a bad option either. Now, it is worth noting you will get more flexibility and customizability if you choose to buy your iPhone unlocked from Apple and go with a plan such as US Mobile Unlimited Starter. But honestly, when you have 4 lines, doing a carrier trade-in deal is not a bad option, especially if you benefit from the extra features or perks those plans offer. And when we get to 5 lines, you can see AT&T Unlimited Starter SL jumps up and becomes your most affordable option. In 2nd place, you have the US Mobile Unlimited Starter options, and then you have T-Mobile Go 5G Plus and Verizon Unlimited Plus. So yeah, if you have 4 or 5 lines, considering an option from one of the major carriers can definitely be worth it if you plan to upgrade your phone every 3 years and you're okay doing the carrier trade-in deals and financing plans. Otherwise, if you want the ultimate flexibility and freedom, considering buying your iPhone unlocked from Apple and selling your old iPhone on Swappa or trading it in to Apple and going with an affordable cell phone plan such as US Mobile Unlimited Starter continues to be a very reasonable option as well. One more quick thing before I get out of here. If you're wondering which carrier offers the best coverage in your area, please consider downloading my free Coverage Map app for iPhone and Android. We built this app and it's got some awesome tools for helping you compare coverage and data speeds on the different networks in your specific area. you can download the Coverage Map app for free at the link in the video description. Please consider sharing this video with one friend if you enjoyed it, because it helps me out. And I'm Stetson, and I hope that's helpful. See you next time.